This video is going to show you how to create functions in Sonic Pi. So the purpose of a function is to describe something that we've created so that we can put it in a thread and then call it to do something in the thread without having to put all of this code into the thread over and over again. Like if we want it to loop, or if we want it to do something, play once or play twice, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. The first thing we need to do is create a name for our function. If I run this code, it clearly plays the Star Wars theme song, so we want to give it a name that shows what it is, so that when we go to look for it later, we know what to call it. So we're going to call this Star Wars. So what we're going to do right now is define our function and give it a name. So Star Wars is the name we're going to choose. So what we're going to use is the define do function. So define, and then make sure you don't make any put any spaces in here, because it will not define it if you do. And then you're going to type whatever you want to call it. So Star Wars is what I want to call it. And then I'm going to type a space and the do. So it will show up this way with Star Wars in pink and the do in like an orangish yellow color if you've done it correctly. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to do. And then at the bottom, we are going to make sure that we have enclosed it with an end. So we're going to put an end here. No caps. End. And it's also going to be orange. And you'll notice everything shifts over so that it's all aligned. So what we're saying is that everything in Star Wars is this code. Okay, so we're going to do that. And that's how we would define a function. Now, it's important that you run this in order for it to work. So you're going to run it. And it's going to run through the code, and it's going to define that. And now that code is known as Star Wars. Now I can't play it. So don't be afraid if you can't play it now, it's not going to make any sound. We have to do another step in order for it to make sound. Okay, so now we've created our function. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to call that function.